They're pretty tough opponents. Just talk about the daunting schedule, I guess, for the next 3 games.
It's going to be a tough road trip to go to Texas, but I think, with the confidence that we've been playing with, we continue to play that way and continue to go out there and play as hard as we can and play Tennessee basketball. I feel like, nothing can stop us and nobody can get in between what we want to do and where we want to be in March.
Do you feel like you'll know a little bit more about this team, what they're capable of after those 3 games?
I think I will, or I think we will, should I say, and make sure that, if we do have to play them on later on in the season, then, we'll know what to expect and learn from our mistakes from each game.
You talked before the season about kind of the skepticism surrounding the program from the outside with all the people you'd lost. Do you think y'all have already proved your point? Do you think these next 3 games are kind of an opportunity to make a statement about where y'all are?
I think, beating 3 of the top 25 teams has, somewhat given us a head start of, proving our point. But Tennessee, we always have a point to prove because we are Tennessee and there's a lot of expectations for us. But I think this is the playing against Texas, Baylor, and Stanford, that's going to be the pedestal that we're going to have to overcome and see where we are as far as, when adversity hits, what are we going to do? And I think, this is really going to be a good test for us.
Megan, do you like having 2 weeks off, or is that almost too much of a break between games, particularly with how well you guys played on Sunday?
I mean, it's good to have a break, at some point in time. But I mean, we as individuals as a team, we have to stick together and remind ourselves, we still have a plan and we still have games that we need to focus on, and we have to get in the gym. We have to run a little bit extra, make sure we're eating and staying off our feet and relaxing as much as we can. But we still have to stay focused. We can't lose focus at all with this 2-week break.
Do you have to even put more into practice, given that that's all you've got between now and that tough stretch of games?
I think we do, but then at the same time, I wouldn't want to overdo anything to try to, risk any injuries or anything like that. But I think we should just, continue to practice like we have been practicing and get better and better each and every day. So by the time the game comes, people will know, well, they had a 2-week break off, so why are they playing bad or something like that. But we just have to continue to play hard and practice hard.
You get to go to your home state too. Are you looking forward to that? You going back to Texas?
I am. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't seen my family since fall break, so I mean it's gonna be a good aroma, aura, and everything. With all the fans there. I have people from high school coming back. I have my AAU coaches and everything like that is supposed to be there. So I feel like it's gonna be a good thing. But I try not to think about that. I just try to focus on the task at hand, which is playing the game of basketball and making sure I'm handling my business before that comes.
Will they be going to both games or just?
They'll be going to both games. So my parents have been going back and forth. I have 2 brothers who are playing football, so they've been kind of traveling around and things like that. So, but I'm excited. I'm really excited.
What was your initial reaction when you saw the schedule and realized it's going to be Texas, Baylor, Stanford, back-to-back like that?
I think for me personally, I think that is a very good way to end the year. And for some reason, it's just in me to see some things like that just says, this is really going to test you to see where your mind is going to be. So when the new year comes, there's going to be a lot of other teams that are going to try to come and beat you. But what are you going to do? Like, have you learned from the 3 teams that you played before the end of the year, and how are you going to handle the rest of the season?
Megan Ariel seems to have recovered for the most part from some of her preseason nagging injuries. How nice is it that she's rounding into form right now for you guys?
Oh, it's great for us. I mean, we've missed her, and I think with her being our point guard, we've needed that extra leader out there, the extra oomph out there, and she brings that. And I think with her, being fully recovered and not trying to move too fast, she was taking things slow, and she just kept reminding us, well, I'm coming back, I'm trying to get as better as I can to try to help the team out, and she's been doing an amazing job since then. So.
You had mentioned y'all already played 3 ranked teams. I mean, how prepared do you think you are for these challenges ahead, or how much of a different challenge is it facing Texas, Baylor, Stanford than what you've already seen?
I think we are prepared. I think there's just a little bit more that we need to get into in order to be mentally prepared for those games, especially when they're back-to-back like that. And I think, physically, I feel like we're fine. We just have to continue to make sure we're getting the right rest, like I said, and eating right and things like that. We just have to stay mentally prepared and, continue to work on things that we've learned from our mistakes in the past games and try not to make the same mistakes in the next couple games.